Welcome back to Knowsley Road for this vital Stone Spinner Championship match between St Helens and Widnes. The visitors leading by 8 points to 6 at halfway. For St Helens to restart, have the advantage of the wind in this second half. And certainly for the first 8 minutes of the second half, they'll have the advantage of an extra man too. Kurt Sorensen still in the sin bin. Alan Hunt has been pulled back for the knock-on. Those two Challenge Cup semi-final wins we've been talking about are in fact Saints' only recent successes against the Chemics. Widnes have won 10 of the last 12 meetings, including 6 in a row in the league. They put Saints out of the Lancashire Cup and the John Player. They've beaten them in Premiership semi-final and a final, but they just can't get past them on the way to Wembley. And now they're standing in their way en route to the Championship. And Saints have retained possession and 6 more tackles. 4 Groves, 4 Bishop, Shane Cooper, Jonathan Neal, let's hope a little bit of the spite has gone out of the rematch. 6 more again. Forber. Really, the half-time whistle couldn't have come at a better time in terms of a cooling-off period for the two teams. Roy Haggerty. Oh, the block-busting run. Great position for St Helens. Groves. Forward trying to drive in, but 4 Widnes men blocking out the light on the line. Groves, clever, Cooper, Bishop, Evans, just rolling off the tackles, and in the end a very loose ball seized upon by Paul Davison. Steve McCurry. And this time St Helens have won the ball to play the ball. It is a contest, the marking player can strike for it once it's out of the man in possession's hands. And it's out of the hands of Mark Bailey there. Had fine rain for much of the afternoon. The ball is obviously a little bit greasy, but I think it's the intensity and the mood of the match which is forcing a lot of the errors.
Well, we hoped for a little bit better when they came out for the second half, but these little errors in dropping the ball, unforced errors when they're knocking on all the time, they've just continued on. So whether the there it is there, it's Bailey who's come through. Oh, he's collided with, it looks like Andy Courier there, quite nasty. But these minor errors are coming in to keep spoiling the game as a spectacle.
There's a Courier left shoulder special there.
Been criticised for his defence. I don't think Mark Bailey's got any problems with it.
3 minutes into the second half, Widnes with that slender 2-point lead, in possession with David Hume. McCurry for fire. Wrestled to the ground by David Large. Jonathan Davis. That'll stretch St Helens and send David Tanner back towards his own line. Had a good game, the Saints fullback, Peter. You're on the list at the moment, 18,000. It cost you?
Yes, they've been keen to get rid of him for a while now, but he's certainly shown out there with a couple of front-on tackles, and every time he's touched the ball in attack, he's brought the crowd to their feet. So I think he's well worth that 20,000 asking price.
Mark Bailey. Paul Groves. Forber collecting at the second attempt. Not the ball forward though. Who, me? He's had a dreadful time with injuries, Paul Forber. A neck injury early in the season threatened his career, and he just got himself fit, and he fell off some scaffolding at work in January and broke his leg. So he's really deserving a good run in the team in the closing weeks of the season. Caloto. seems to have lost a little bit of his early season fire, Omosi Koloto.
Yes, he doesn't seem to be attacking or defending with that same sort of vigour that he was earlier in this season. I just wonder if this latest program of heavy schedule of games has taken its toll, particularly of him.
He's not been without his injury problems either. Joe Grimmer. Hustled into the error, but recovered by Steve Wynn. Talking of injuries, the young lad on the ground there, Steve Wynn, was involved with Widnes' pre-season camp in Anglesey, and he dislocated his shoulder water skiing. He was out of action till Christmas. Not quite the toning up that Doug Lawton had in mind there. Last tackle, Kurt Sorensen back on the field. Davison had to kick. Oh, almost came off for him too. Forber. Both Forber and Haggerty are upright runners. Very distinctive in style. Bishop will do a lot of kicking down the breeze in this second half. That's not quite come off for him in the way that he'd hoped. But he's a canny little customer. It's a battle-hardened face, isn't it? Sorensen back for more. Can't do a lot for your tempo when you're playing with a broken hand. It must be causing him some pain. Andy Carrier got the tackle, but left the ball behind in the process. Seized upon by Vivas. Haggerty held by Devereux. Stuart Evans. Like tackling the Matterhorn on the move, isn't it? He's a giant. Cooper. Haggerty. Groves. Effervescent was the word that Mike McLennan used to describe Paul Groves on Saturday. Good word. Sixth tackle. Bishop through. What does it mean, though?
I think that if St Helens can get down here in this Widnes 25 for any period of time, I think with Shane Cooper and Paul Bishop down here with their short kicking game, just putting the ball in behind the line, I think they're going to cause no end of trouble.
Haggerty's been penalised.
Well, this is just degenerating into a barroom brawl at this point in time. I don't know what Devereux was supposed to have done to Haggerty, but Haggerty, he let fly with a right, and he's been penalised. But there's so many incidents in this game that I think that Mr. Asquith has probably been very, very lenient with these players.
It's funny, actually, Roy Haggerty there, the man who was penalised, the man on top, he actually named his second son, Kurt, after Kurt Sorensen, because he says he plays like I do, and I think that was rather borne out there in the performances of both men today. We've got a substitution in the meantime. Young Paul Davison's getting a breather, and Harvey Howard is coming on in his place for Widnes. Kurt Sorensen. David Hume, Joe Grimmer. And a rare tackle around the legs there from Phil Vivas. Got the job done. Here's Harvey Howard, the substitute. Young product of Waterloo Rugby Union. Sorensen again. He's certainly charged up, the big man. Mackenzie giving a little signal there, can you see, with his right hand. Davis. Not the best of kicks. Les Quirk. Stuart Evans. There's Harvey Howard. He's ostensibly a winger, but he's so powerfully built. He actually had trials with Wigan as a prop forward, and he has played on the wing mainly for Widnes. That's a better kick from Bishop. It's a beauty.
They're the sort of tactics that Paul Bishop's going to have to employ in this second half. They're going down the hill and they've got a very strong breeze at their back, and he's going to have to keep turning these Widnes forwards around. They already look tired, and every time they've got to turn and go back another 40 or 50, it's just another nail into the coffin.
He's just capable of dictating the whole pace of a game. And he's on song. Widnes feed, Widnes ball. Jonathan Davis. Devereux just hanging on. 11 minutes of the second half gone. 8-6 Widnes lead. Almost to Coloto. Now that's a bit more like it. Took a good tackle from Mark Bailey. Sorensen. Forber and Groves falling him down. Howard. St Helens penalised. Forber the man in bowler that time. Mackenzie the man on the end of it. Any thoughts that St Helens might be pushovers in the wake of Saturday night celebrations have been swept away in the opening 50 minutes or so of this game. It's been hard graft. Steve Wynn. Darren Wright. Coloto. David Hugh. Steve McCurry. Mackenzie. It's been a more controlled Widnes drive, this. Got the job done here from deep on their own try line. And they've lost the ball. Groves ripped it clear of Mackenzie. Groves appears to have been penalised.
Oh, it seems as though the referee is, well, I wouldn't say buckling under the pressure, but a few mystery calls out here today. He's not going to help the temper of these St Helens forwards.
Still an awful lot of talking going on. Harvey Howard. David Hugh. Beyond Sorensen. Steve Wynn, though. Phil Viva's defence has been good today. In there again on Sorensen, but here's Wynn. Mackenzie. Grimmer. Looking for Coloto. Finding Mackenzie. Finding Sorensen. 5 more yards. David Hugh. Steve McCurry. Looking for a way out of the cul-de-sac. Penned in, though, 5th tackle. Mackenzie. David Hume. Oh, he's there! He was looking to offload it, but his momentum carried him over, and that's a crucial try for Widnes' championship hopes from David Hume. 14 minutes into the second half, and David Hume comes up with Widnes' second try of the day.
Well, we could see Paul Bishop frantically signalling for more St Helens players to come over to the left-hand side to defend there, but they answered the call too late and all Hume did, he's followed around, took the ball, saw that there was a hole there, and just went over underneath the post.
I think Bishop's tackle knocked him over the line.
Well, yes, Bishop was frantically calling to Cooper and a few others to come across. They could see they were short in numbers, and Hume had seen it, and he was heading that way, but he was undecided, came in too late, Bishop. It was an ineffective tackle, just bounced off him, and he landed under the post.
So Widnes moves 6 points clear again. It's likely to become 8 very soon. Jonathan Davis, right under the post. Easy pickings for Davis. 14-6, Widnes lead.
It was unfortunate that the St Helens played with that converted try. That it all stemmed from a penalty back towards halfway when Groves had come in possession of the ball. He was deemed to have dropped the ball, which I don't think he did, and he ended up incurring a penalty from Mr Asquith. And 6 tackles down the track, you're 6 points further behind.
There's David Hume running onto it. He was looking to his right there, but look, Bishop pushed him onto the post and over. It was almost an inadvertent try.
Well,
if he was in there where it mattered.
If you're going to tackle with your shoulder, you've got to make sure your arms are there to wrap him up as well.
Pelotto. Hauled down by the strength of Alan Hunt. And you have to be strong to plant Pelotto like that. Harvey Howard. Got a bit of the Eton War game about it at times, this. Kurt Sorensen. That try seems to have done Widnes a world of good. Our live match here from Knowsley Road. Here's the championship leaders, leading St Helens by 14 points to 6. Still a lot of errors, still very scrappy, but it's oh so crucial to the outcome of the championship. Davis. David Tanner. Made 10 more yards than he'd any right to expect. Jonathan Davis that time with a loose arm. Right under the referee's nose. He's learned a thing or two, isn't he?
Well, you can certainly see when the hostility starts spilling over into the smaller inside backs that you can really see that this game is getting out of control, and that's the last thing you'd expect to see from a player such as the calibre of Jonathan Davies. Also, I wouldn't advise him to take up boxing as a professional career after seeing that right hand.
No sin bin though, and no touch from the penalty. Hume, Pelotto. Harvey Howard. Saints fans teasing their Widnes counterparts with Wembley chants. But Wembley is the furthest thing from the minds of the 26 men out in the middle. McCurry. Curry up. Pelotto. Counter by Les Quirk. Evans. Appeals for a knock on there as Evans got to his feet. Paul Groves, Paul Forber, good tackle by Pelotto. Forced the loose pass. Regathered, but it had already gone forward.
I think the key to the rest of this second half is going to be the continued mistake rate. Now, the aim is to be as far away from your own try line when you do make a mistake, and that's where this kicking game from St Helens has got to get back. Bishop and Cooper have got to start pinning Widnes down in their own 25 and hoping for a mistake that they can get back into the game with.
Devereux, Widnes can be so dangerous from the base of the scrum. Devereux coming in off the right wing. Hume. Brimmer. Peloto. Win. Darren Wright just overran him then. Midway through the second half. 14-6 Widnes lead. Kurt Sorensen. David Hume tried to kick. Might fall for Martin O'Fire. Play's been called back. Ball already had slipped forward. Since St Helens lost narrowly at Widnes on New Year's Day, they've suffered only 2 defeats in 14 games. Been a good run, climbing out of the relegation scramble into the security of a top 8 position. And they've been doing it in their own inevitable fashion. 6 straight home wins, averaging nearly 30 points a time. But this has not been a day for that kind of champagne football. Although here's Masquet making a most of a good pass. He just stepped into touch. I suppose he was expecting a little bit too much to expect these two teams to be hurling the ball about with gay abandon today. The exertions of Saturday and the increasing importance of every match in the closing weeks of the championship race have dictated the flavour of this game. It's had a rather bitter taste. Darren Wright. Good tackle by Alan Hunt. They're the ones you've got to make in open field. With the suspicion that Courier might have juggled it there. Brimmer looking for O'Fire, and O'Fire looking for the tackle. Haggerty. Tackled by Howard. Good marker play by Harvey Howard. Stuart Evans. Bishop. Just beyond Devereux. Shane Cooper in pursuit. Good chase. Steve Wynn. High tackle by Vivas that time. He's saying he got the chest. The referee says he got the neck. Steve Wynn none the worse for wear. Held down to play the ball. Davies furious. He's already got his penalty. Bishop was lying on.
Yet another caution in this long list of cautions that this Mr. Asquith has handed out today, and really the fans haven't come to see these lectures. If the boys are going to play outside the rules, he's got to put them off the game for 5 or 10 minutes in the sin bin. That's what it's there for, and that's what it's got to be used.
Yes, his liberal regime has maybe not been altogether suitable for this match. David Hume. It's nice to see a referee who's prepared to let the players get on with it and play, but when they're not actually playing and they're just getting on with each other, that's maybe when the firmer hand of the law has got to come into play. But Widnes by 2 tries to 1 and by 14 points to 6 hold the precious advantage. Jonathan Davis holds the ball. Turning St Helens again and banging them back down into the corner. Stuart Evans. Jonathan Neal. Phil Larder watching on with us. It's not very pretty, is it, Phil?
Well, this game looks to be played by men that are very, very tired. I think the season's taking its toll. But since David Hume scored, Widnes have playing far more like themselves. But I'd still like to see Koloto and Sorensen ripping, running strongly in the middle and establishing a platform for their backs.
Bishop's kick went straight into touch. Later scored from the watersheddings. Oldham are leading Wigan by 4 points to 2 in that 3:30 kickoff. And about 10 minutes there, and Oldham have the early advantage. We'll keep you in touch with the latest score from that game. But Oldham 4, Wigan 2 is the latest score at the watersheddings. And here in our live match, it's St Helens 6, Widnes 14. Wigan, don't forget, 3 points behind Widnes with 2 games in hand. Hull having won at Castleford this morning to draw level with Widnes at the top of the table, but they played 2 games more and have only 2 more to play. Stuart Evans. Rhodes, Bishop. Tanner looking strong still. Neil. Another bear hug tackle from Kurt Sorensen. Nothing wrong with that. Jonathan Neal's scrum cap came off.
I think they're building up to a either going to put the ball up here or try and sneak it in behind the line. Be interesting to see where Bishop and Cooper are.
Well, this is where it will happen on the 6th tackle. It's Cooper, it's the little grubber, and it's charged down by McCurry, and Cooper's got it back, and he's got 6 more. Paul Forber. Big test of the Widnes defence, this. Beavers, Evans. Slipped out to Paul Groves. Held just short. That's how close he is. Bishop knocked out of his hands, seized upon by Wynne. But Widnes have been penalised. Now what will Saints do here? They're going to run it. They could take 2, but Bishop's looking for more. Now, has he had the ball stolen from him there? Dear me. Oh! Shane Cooper scored. Surprise, surprise. And while the debate was raging, Shane Cooper played it to himself and dived in for the try. And St Helens are right back in it.
Well, this is I don't know how you would explain this, but he's just given a succession of penalties to St Helens. Shane Cooper standing there over a massive tangled bodies has just dived over unopposed underneath the post with at least half a dozen bodies sprawled in front of him.
He was in the wide awake club then, wasn't he?
Well, the thing is, there was a number of players from both teams in front of him, and theoretically, if you touch the ball while those players are in front of you, it's either got to be a penalty against you or it's got to be a scrum. Now, the referee's ruling on this is obviously unsure, but I think he's just had enough of this constant bickering between the 2 sides.
It's 2 points in it again. Paul Bishop improving Shane Cooper's first try since he scored against Widnes at Norton Park on New Year's Day. And what a cheeky try it was too.
I just get a feeling that St Helens, if they keep up with this long-range kicking game, trying to get down into the Widnes 25, they can come home and steal this.
14-12, the Widnes lead. 2 tries apiece. Steve McCurry and David Hume for Widnes. Paul Bishop and Shane Cooper, both from close range for St Helens. And the boot of Jonathan Davis, all that separates the 2 teams at the moment. Mark Bailey. Got 11 minutes remaining. Widnes penalty. And that could be a costly loss of concentration, bang in front of the post.
It was a silly mistake there. Stuart Evans was well held in the tackle, and as he was going backwards, he tried to get it out the back door. It was a bad move, but the referee initially said it was a knockback, but then he decided to penalise Paul Groves, who he said was in an offside position. And this should be a gift 2 points for Jonathan Davis. Jonathan Davis looking at another little milestone in the game here.
749 rugby league points to his name. It's only the 85th game he's played in the code. And this to rattle up the 750. It's a personal landmark for Davis, 750 career points, but an even more precious gap opened up in the Widnes cause. 4 points the difference again, 16-12. St Helens making another substitution and bringing on John Harrison. John Neal's back on the field too. Or he will be in a moment. Just waiting for the substitution.
They want to bring Stuart Evans off instead of Jonathan Neal. I think they can see that Evans has been tiring in this last 10 or 15 minutes, while Neal has just been as strong as when he started the game.
So Neal back in the middle, along with the immense figure of John Harrison, the other substitute. Great run by Kurt Sorensen. Got support from Andy Currier. Now can he get past the fullback? Good tackle by Tanner, forcing Currier into touch.
That's the sort of inspiration you look to for a man like Kurt Sorensen. He took the ball just outside his own line. A 60-yard charge brought back memories of his younger days as a loose forward, and that's the way they need to play the rest of this game.
8.5 minutes remaining. 4 points is the Widnes lead. Here's John Harrison. Beavers, Haggerty, or Tanner I should say. The number 18 there on the back of John Harrison is an interesting story there, because the number 14 shirt that St Helens have for the substitutes didn't fit him or Paul Jones. Harrison's 6'8", Jones is 6'5", and so they've had to take a number 8 prop shirt and write to one next to it. That's why the second substitute is wearing 18. Oldham 4, Wigan 2 is now a half-time score in that 3 o'clock kick-off at the Watersheddings. Oldham 4, Wigan 2 is a half-time score. St Helens 12, Widnes 16 is the score here, with 7.5 minutes remaining. Forber, Cooper, Haggerty. Long way down for John Harrison to scoop the ball up at acting halfback. Good break by Alan Hunt. He's no support at the moment. Pulled down by a fire. Forber. Again, nobody at his shoulder. Made good ground though. Neal. Bishop. Harrison. Fifth tackle. Big play this. Rose. Haggerty. Little kick right into the hands of a fire. Offside St Helens, Widnes penalty, breathing space for the championship leaders. There's no bigger prize in the game, the £44,000 on offer to the Stone Spitter champions, the passport to next season's World Club Challenge against the Pride of Sydney. And Widnes now digging very deep into their resources of character and aggression to hang on to the slender lead that they hold in this match, and the knowledge that they've got to keep winning. We'll be seeing their next match on Rugby League Live at the Don Valley Stadium next Saturday afternoon against Sheffield Eagles. Good break by McCurry. Last 5 minutes. Joe Grimmer. David Hume. Now he's got a fire outside of him and he just couldn't quite smuggle it out to him. Saints stretched here though. Another score would surely win it for Widnes. Mackenzie. Courier. Howard. Strong run. O'Fire was waiting. Koloto. They're calling for it out on the left wing. Grimmer on to Davis. Chance here for young Steve Wynn. And young Steve Wynn has clinched the win for Widnes. 19 years of age. Steve Wynn in only his second match for Widnes wraps up the crucial championship points. A try inside the last 5 minutes stretches the Widnes lead to 8, although in no way back for St Helens now.
Widnes up here threatening the line. They've got the St Helens line stretched. There's players all out of position everywhere. Courier throws it over the top. The ball comes back this side. O'Fire has chased the ball right to the very far side of the field, trying to back up for that elusive try. But unbeknown to him, it's come back to the other side. Now, this Steve Wynn has had a great game. He scored the first try. He set up the first try of the game, and he just clinched the game for Widnes and 2 vital premiership points.
2 tries at Featherstone on his debut last weekend, and now an absolutely vital score in the last 5 minutes in his second match. That's not a bad way to start your career.
Well, ironically, he was in the position where Martin O'Fire should have been to take the last pass and score a try. And I can't remember the last 2 games in a row where Martin O'Fire really hasn't brought the crowd to their feet or scored a try.
Davis off target, but it's unlikely to matter now because St Helens have got to score twice in just over 3 minutes to deny Steve Wynn his hero's afternoon.
Here we have again, you'll see O'Fire in the background. He's roaming all over the field, trying to get involved, trying to help Widnes score that elusive try that would wrap up the game for them. He's right over the wrong side of the field. We have Koloto came back. It was just a matter of numbers here. Jonathan Davies popped a beautiful pass over the top to Steve Wynn, and he's got blistering pace, this young lad. I predict a very big future for this young fellow.
Product of the Lee East Amateur Club. He was highly sought after as an amateur player. But Widnes' scouting network has come up with another gem, and what a timely time for him to make his impact at senior level. 3 tries in 2 games. Steve McCurry has set the ball rolling with that first try back in the 13th minute of the first half. A lot of water's passed beneath the bridge since then. But it's Widnes who are sailing clear at the top. And they get back to the dressing room and hear of that Oldham half-time lead over Wigan. And all the bumps and bruises that they picked up this afternoon really will be forgotten. Full marks to St Helens, though, on a day when you might have forgiven them for an easy ride to clear the hangover of Saturday night's Challenge Cup celebrations. They've really fought it out tooth and nail with Widnes up front and pushed them all the way.
As we wind down to the last few minutes here, what we have is 2 very, very tired sides. Obviously, Saturday took a lot out of both of these teams today. There's a lot of bad feeling there already, but I think they've realised that Widnes are going to take the points with this one today.
St Helens go to Wigan on Thursday night. Wigan have 4 at home and 1 away after today. Widnes go to Sheffield next Saturday, then on to Wigan on Tuesday week, and then entertain Rochdale the following weekend. It's unlikely to come down to points difference, but Widnes is marginally better than Wigan's at the moment. It's going to go right down to the wire. Ball had gone forward. Paul Bishop getting involved off the ball. Jonathan Davis. You shouldn't show your teeth like that.
Might have a good featherweight bout there, I think, Clive. Should get it on Wednesday night, I think.
Wouldn't mind, but they'll all be drinking in the bar with their arms around each other afterwards. But it's been a real battle of attrition out there today. Deep inside the final minute now. And Widnes have won the battle, but not the war as yet. Harvey Howard. No sign of anybody letting off in the closing minute. There'll be some ice packs being used in the next hour or so in the two dressing rooms. Paul Groves. Lifted off his feet by Rimmer. Roy Haggerty. Not quite sure what he had in mind then. And then he steered it between the posts in rush fashion, but you don't get anything for that. Great servant. Caloto. Darren Wright. It's Widnes' day. It's been a long, hard day in the trenches. But Steve Wynn, 19 years of age, clinched the victory with a try 5 minutes from the end. Quite a find for Widnes. Only playing because of the injuries to Alan Tate and Stuart Spruce. But he's come up with 3 tries in 2 games. Keeps Widnes clear at the top. 20 points to 12 they win it. We'll be back with a verdict in a moment.
TV Quick, for your week's TV, just the way you like it, still only 10p.
If you're looking for a guide to help explain the mysteries of life, pensions, investments, life assurance, you'll find the Allied Dunbar woman is worth her weight in gold.
If you could see that an oil has to work from 0 to 800 degrees centigrade in the time it takes an engine to fire up, if you could see that an oil has to protect metal from metal at pressures equivalent to a large bomb explosion, if only you could see what an oil has to go through. If you were an engine, you couldn't choose a better oil. Duckham's Hypergrade.
You're up early, darling.
When it comes to watching the grass grow, he's truly world class. But today, he's not himself. And in case that gives him indigestion later on, I keep Tums in my toolbox. They come in 3 fruit flavours, so he'll even feel good about taking them. And unlike some people I know, Tums are effective. Fruit-flavoured Settlers Tums.
Hello, I'm a wide-mouthed frog. I can get lots of yummy Maltesers into my mouth. I roll them round till the chocolate melts.
Hello, I'm an alligator. I love to crunch Maltesers. Oh, that light honeycomb centre surrounded by thick milk chocolate surrounded by wide-mouthed frog.
You don't say.
Maltesers, the lighter way to enjoy chocolate.
So much much for good old southern hospitality. Could do with a pint. As dry as a bone.
I think we've made a grave mistake.
Look, stones!
Now that's what I call dead lucky.
Where'd you dig this lot up from, then?
Reckon you should see a doctor.
Which doctor?
Wherever you may wander, there's no taste like stones.
TV Quick. For your week's TV, just the way you like it. Still only 10p.
Yes, a warm welcome back to Knowsley Road, St Helens, where Widnes have held on by their fingertips, nail-bitten fingertips at that, to beat Saints 20 points to 12 in the second cracking match of the weekend. This is how they did it, with tries from Steve McCurry, David Hume, and the 19-year-old Steve Wynn. The match winner replies from Paul Bishop and Shane Cooper. It means tonight that Widnes stretched their lead at the top of the championship table to 2 points ahead of Hull, who won this morning at Castleford. Wigan could go third if they beat Oldham this afternoon. The latest we have is that they trail 4-2 at half-time. Now, the tries in that second half here varied from the cheeky to the simply magnificent. Here's Peter Tunks.
Here we have Mackenzie running across field. He finds, it was a very, very simple ball. The St Helens defence was at 6s and 7s, and all he had to do was get an ineffective tackle from Bishop. He stumbled over the line, and that was an easy 6 points for David Hume. What we have here is a confusing try. We had a series of penalties on the Widnes line here. Cooper, quick thinking as ever, tapped the ball while the other players weren't aware of what was going on and dived over for the simplest try you'll see this season. What we have here is typical Widnes. Here they are again, side to side. If there's nothing on, they throw the ball around basketball fashion. There's nothing on there, they come back. This is a typical... Colado comes across here, throws the ball out to Joe Grimmer. Jonathan Davies floats a big one over to the one person who has emerged from this game as a bright future for a young kid, is Stephen Wynn, my man of the match.
Stephen Wynn, Peter Tunks is man of the match. Was he your man of the match?
He played very well, very well. There's a lot of outstanding young talent coming into rugby league at the moment, and him and I thought McCurry had a big game too. He's only 17, playing at loose forward.
It was a real test of character for Widnes, one that came through. Can't argue with it.
Well, Rob, that's right. I mean, it's a very exhausting competition, the championship competition in rugby league at the moment. There's many of those players out there today carrying injuries. They had a very intense semi-final on Saturday. It was, they came through well.
Saints tackled so well. I mean, we talk about their flair, but they put pressure on Widnes again throughout the game.
That's right, but everybody that was wearing a St Helens jersey now has got one goal, and that goal is to be in the starting line in the Challenge Cup final. So everybody's got something really big to play for.
Now, Jonathan Davis was switched to stand off today. What kind of influence do you think he had on that game?
Well, Jonathan, a superb kicking game. He kicked exceptionally well. He kicked some important goals. I still feel that we've got to give him a little bit more space and a little bit more ball. A little bit disappointed that Martin O'Fire on the wing didn't get enough running opportunities as well. But as you say, St Helens tackled very, very well, and they closed Widnes down.
Oh, well, let's hear from the man now, Phil. Jonathan Davis is with Clive Tilsley. Smiling Jonathan Davis too.
John, that was as hard a game as I've seen this season.
Yeah, it's nice to win. Showed a lot of character, you know, after Saturday. Big disappointment, but you know, you've got to concentrate on the league now. Wembley's gone.
Easier said than done. How difficult has it been to lift yourselves during the last 48 hours?
It was really hard, you know. It was a massive disappointment on Saturday. But like I said, it's nice that we're still in with a chance for the league, and we just got to, you know, win the remaining games now.
Saints didn't lie down today, did they?
They never do. They're a great side, and it's difficult to play against them. And you know, with only 2 points in front with a win against us in the second half, you know, we had a fight in our hands.
You seem to be enjoying yourself in that number 6 shirt.
As long as you win, I don't care where I play. You know, that's the main thing. 2 points. That's what we want.
Is there enough left in the legs to keep winning?
Yeah, we've got 5 days off now, so that's a massive gap for us. So, you know, we'll just have to go to Sheffield. We owe them one. They beat us in the league last time, so, you know, we'll have a couple of days off now, then we'll hit it on Saturday.
We'll see you there next Saturday. Thanks, John.
Thanks very much.
Yes, a relieved Jonathan Davis, no doubt. Widnes, remember, looking for their 3rd championship in 4 seasons. No problem for us. We can just sit back, relax and watch the title race unfold. 2 weeks to go, pick anyone from 4. Here's Clive with the latest form guide.
Less than a fortnight to go to Rugby League's biggest prize giving. Rugby League Live follows the Widnes bid to Sheffield next Saturday. But Tuesday week is looming as D-Day. Wigan-Widnes matches usually decide something. April the 9th may decide everything. Myler. Oh, Fire's got a chance. It's all happening a little bit late, but Widnes are back in business. Nobody's left their bid later than Castleford. Any flickering hope of them stealing into the tape depends on them doing to Wigan next weekend what they did to Saints last weekend.
Sean Irwin for Castleford. Exciting play from Irwin. Oh, he's done superbly as Sean Irwin, really showing his strength there, and still got it away for Keith England. And Castleford comes storming in with Ian Ellis. Oh, it's going to be a David Frank score. Wonderful try.
Hull's travel sickness has plagued their title bid. 2 more home games and you could count on them for a strong finish, but their last 2 are away. And last week's win at Sheffield was their first on the road for over 5 months. But make no mistake, there's a football force on Humberside again. Hull FC are back. If the title is going back to Wigan, who will have the strength left to lift the trophy? 5 more games after today's in little over a week. But 4 of them are at home and 2 of them are against title rivals Castleford and Widnes. All they've got to do is keep winning. All they've got to do is find a sprint finish at the end of a marathon. Here's Kevin Iro. What a break. Big tackle for Stuart Spruce to make. Iro's offloaded it. Sean Edwards. Iro again. Great break. Ellery Hanley. Hat-trick. Holding on tight to what they've got. The destiny of the championship is in Wigan's hands.
Yes, it really pays your money, it takes your choice. You can follow the key matches that decide the destiny of the Rugby League Championship on Rugby League Live. Next week, we're at the Don Valley Athletics Stadium to follow Widnes there against the Sheffield Eagles. Then, the last game of the season, Leeds against Wigan. We will have it April the 13th. That might be the game, who knows, that decides the championship and gives the title to John Mooney's men. All right then, Phil, who's your tip for the title after things have panned out this afternoon?
Well, I think logic's got to say Widnes. They're 36 points, they're 2 points up now. They've got 3 games left. 2 are against teams that are already relegated in Sheffield and Rochdale. I think they'll get at least 40 points, and that puts them... it's asking a tremendous lot for Wigan to catch them on that total.
Do you feel sorry for Wigan in a way, the way the fixture list is piled up on them?
Well, it's because of their success, and it's because they've had so many international players in the series against Australia. I feel that our competition is far too demanding. Rugby League is a very intense game now, and I feel that we're asking our players and our coaches the impossible. And whether Wigan can come through, well, we'll just have to keep watching.
So it's Widnes for Phil. It's probably Widnes for everybody after today's result. Smashing afternoon for sport for you on Granada. Fancy a change in shape of ball? The match is on 10 to 5. Southampton against Liverpool. If you don't, why not join us in Sheffield next week? Till then, from all of us, bye-bye.
Rugby League Live and Stones Bitter, bringing you the best in rugby league.
This Tuesday, a gripping drama begins on Granada.
The CV's so good it reads like a forgery, but between the lines there's just a hint that you're a troublemaker.
The Advocates, Tuesday at 9.
And next on Granada, home and away.
Rewind!
Relax, Fred. Swinton will give you instant car insurance over the phone.
Well, go and call him, wise guy.
Your multi-channel TV Times has Two Perfect Scoundrels, Gail's secret honeymoon album, the programmes, the movies, and £1 million worth of big cash prizes.
Knights Rover, a new thoroughbred to the northwest, introduced 0% finance on the new Metro. The right car, the right price. That's Knights.
My floor! That's my floor. Look at my floor. Ow! Dog's got muddy paws. Get out of the way.
Come on, I'll do it in no time.
Not with that. You need Flash.
Okay, race you.
No contest. Watch, Flash will shift this greasy mess.
That's not fair.
If you want to finish faster, you can use Flash next time.
What next time?
Flash cleans greasy grime in half the time.
LA Law returns to Granada with some changes in the air.
I can only assume you've thought this through.
I have to do this.
Will you come back?
I don't know.
I don't want to play house. I want to get married.
Don't want to get married. Because if you love somebody, you're not supposed to kiss anybody else.
This is happening too fast.
The objection is overruled.
I need you, Grace, but I'll do whatever I can to get you.
LA Law returns Thursday at 9.
On Granada now, home and away.